Welcome to my stream number 52, Romantic Developer Stream 52 from my at least 152 days challenge, consecutive stream days challenge. So after I have that stream, the remaining amount is just 100 days. Yeah, someone asked me to confirm something, but I'll not do it right now. Yeah. So if you're attracted by something in the stream or by title or by description, or you just saw maybe something in name, keywords, whatever, you can look at, oh, yeah, 1 second. I don't have my usual setup, so not feeling very comfortable. So if you're attracted by something, our stream doesn't have any specific topic, so you could look at it very long time before you come to the point you are really interested. So use video titles or sections below the video. They are created by AI, but they're pretty cool. So you could click on them and get right into the action. Okay, I have a channel, I have a video here. Cool. So, oh, I forgot about my romantic lights. Give me a second. And now, yep, we should have much better romantic light atmosphere. I don't know why those colors are romantic. Um, I like every color. In my childhood, my favorite color was deep green, like, like tree, not in the spring, but maybe late autumn or not late autumn, sorry, middle summer or late summer, when trees which are fall in the autumns. So it took so deep green color. It's not, in autumn, in fall, it's become more or less colorful and become more and more, like yellowish, brownish, reddish, etc. And in the spring, it's very light green, so it's very lifeful color, funny, etc. So yeah, I have a deep green color. It was my favorite, and the first thing I did on my computer once I installed new system, and I installed pretty often. I go and change my desktop background color to deep green, and it was Windows 95 second edition, SE second edition, and then it was Microsoft Windows 98, and I started my computer journey with MS-DOS version 3 point something, and then it was, yeah, I received another diskette. There are I have initially only diskettes which are 5 inches, so 5 inches. Yeah, they were like that. It's one side, it's another side, next side. So pretty big like this. And they have only 700 kilobytes of data, less than 1 megabyte. Megabyte, yeah, not gigabyte, terabyte or something else, just 1 megabyte. less than 1 megabyte of data. And later, and yeah, everything. So my computer have my first computer have very small HDD. My HDD was like weight about maybe 5 kilograms, like about 10 lb, 10 pounds, and it was also like that big, that big. So it was like a huge brick. It's very heavy. It was only 5 megabyte of data. With some special programs later, I make it mostly 10 megabytes. But it's anyway was cool because your diskette is only 700 kilobyte and disk is 505 megabyte. Pretty cool. It's more than 7 diskettes. Yeah, it was the time. Yeah. And yeah, very quickly I switched to MS-DOS 5.0, and the last MS-DOS where I look at the version probably was 6.2, 6.22. Yeah, maybe I'm dreaming. I don't remember exactly. Okay, so yeah, it was time, and my favorite color was green, but then it becomes deep violet, and then more and more colors went into my orbit of colors I like. And when it was possible to set some images or gradients on the computer, it was much funnier times, because you could use so cool wallpapers, not just colors. And setting image as wallpaper exists probably even in Windows 95, but it was always a fight for performance, because it was quite slow, especially not on extra top-notch computers. So the first thing, you go and switch off all the animations and windows and leave. The thing I left was like transparent icons. So the icon looks good on that just green background, or maybe it's called something else. But yeah, so the icons looks better, because if you don't do that, mm, the icons would be on background which is some system color, and it's look really ugly. So it's one performance, one thing from UI which I not switched off. Everything else I try to switch it off just to improve performance of the computer, because otherwise, like you just moving your mouse and CPU usage go very high, like 90%, just because you move your mouse, because system need to draw your mouse and its tail and its movement and so on. So it's, yeah, there was times. Yeah, interesting. Let me update my screen so I know how long I'm streaming. And yeah, today was not the best day of productivity, like usual. I managed to complete more than half of my most important task in that intervals I told you before, Pomodoro. So I started my timer and was able to complete it without interruption more than 3 times. So, and I accidentally started not only for 25 minutes, but few times I started for 30, because for some reason yeah. And when I start, I use Google and I say some phrase to wake up Google, and then I say please start timer for like 25 minutes, and he say okay, I'm starting. and it's going on. I have Google Echo with some screen. It show my photos from all the time. It show time, and that it's limited. I mean, functionality of that Google Echo is limited to what is included into it. So it can play even YouTube. It can play Netflix. Screen very small, but it could. And also it could play music like Spotify, maybe some others. And yeah, it has some basic things which it also can do, like showing clock and showing timer and executing even several timers at once. So it's pretty cool, and I just ask it and it's executing it. So it's like Pomodoro, very custom built. Okay, but I haven't completed things I set for myself for productivity. I I haven't completed my money journey, money organizations, and I haven't completed my to-do list. Uh, I did few cleaning, and actually I started in-house seed growing. Uh, I have aero garden. It's basically you just use a very little um, turf. It's kind soil, but compacted. Yeah, I'll look up that word in English. And you fill it with water. You add some food plant to the water, and you just seed. Yeah, just few seeds of some plant. I used basil. I like basil a lot. So September 4 is day when I plant basil for in house. For in house, yeah, garden. My wife doing it all the time. For me, it's my first experience, and I hope it will grow up and I'll see some results in a week or so. So there are some movement in the house. Some people pass by and start looking at me like they want something from me. So yeah. Let's see what we have for our organization. And at the same time, we have our ChatGPT. Yeah, ChatGPT sometimes lock you out because you they don't want you to use it um, for free with some, because it's very hard to understand who is actually is using ChatGPT, because it could be human or it could be some extension, browser extension. And it's possible for you that you create multiple accounts, multiple extensions, and you just write some simple um, code and execute ChatGPT instantly, mostly instantly for free, or passing some requests and executing them, executing. So for that reason, sometimes they log you out. Sometimes they even, for login, they ask you if your behavior is suspicious. They could ask you to solve some captcha. Yeah. But I believe people who try to use it for free in like production scale also have a way to how to solve all of those small issues. I tried to use ChatGPT to solve captcha and it's doing it perfectly. So maybe they do implementation also, something like that. Okay, let's start our chat, and let's ask what is the ChatGPT recommendation for our to-do list. Yeah, I did several mistakes, but let's see. So I just asked very generic questions. So let's see what it's recommend. What it's recommend. Yeah, I made font slightly bigger. So it's a engaging and efficient. There are fun ways to manage it. Kanban boards, Trello or Notion. I use Trello, uh, but we could ask questions more because yes, it's create each task and it has some. Let's actually see. Trello. So is it something like Meet Trello? So basically, yeah, it's a card. Uh, does it have some, maybe, let's try to remove music. Let's make it full screen and, oh, make it full screen and try to see. So let's see what they said. Create, record, tag a track, invite some people. So they create some project. And they said, create some task to do, doing, done. Okay, so they created not basically cards or tasks, they created some list, and list become a columns, you see. So the to do is something task which are not started, doing which is in progress, and done which already finalized. And there are, as you see, there are some subtasks, etc., etc., etc. So you, when you try to create it for your home, it would be large list, but it would be divided at least into some statuses, like you are doing, you already implemented, and so on. I try to use it not for home organization, but for some projects. For some projects, it could be cool. For home organization, I'm not so sure. Let's see what else. Okay, colors, labels, stickers. Gamify your list. Habitica or Task Hero. These apps turn your task into a game. Completing tasks give you rewards, level you up, unlock achievements. Team into it to make the process personal and engaging. Time block using calendar apps. Block short burst of time for each task so you don't feel overwhelmed. Use colors to categorize tasks and make it visually appealing. It's basically my work calendar. I have some meetings. I have some focus time in my work calendar when people try to not schedule any meetings, and I have some time which someone could fit if they need to talk to me or yeah, create some meetings. Calendar is nice. It's a good tool, especially if you need to put something which already have defined start and end time, like doctor appointment, for example, or some meeting or some talk you. So when you trying to do something which will be in time and it's already defined, calendar is must have thing for that. Of course, there are electronic calendars like Outlook calendar, Google calendar. You could use paper, but yeah, let's see what else it says. Bullet journaling. If you enjoy physical notebooks, bullet journaling offers flexibility, creativity, and structure. You can decorate, doodle, and track your progress in your own style. Mind mapping. Each of the system is lightweight and encourage you to stay engaged without adding complexity or draining energy. Would you like to explore any of this further? Let's ask. For example, I have a lot of tasks around my house, like cleaning garage, fixing some things, and so on. Do some improvements, think about irrigation, and so on and so on. At the same time, I have a family with its needs, which also create dozens of tasks. I had to work with my health. What else we did, right? Let's just try to provide some list. So home, work, family, hobbies, health. I have my work, my main work, which also has some task, but I try to use work related tracking for that as well. I have friends, a lot of hobbies and side projects. What is your recommendation how to organize all of this? I don't think the one long list in Trello is right approach. So let's try to ask that question and see what it could recommend. But applications itself for some areas is fun. For example, if I have my personal project, I could use Trello because I could define task for that and see how it's moving forward. So multi-layered approach, structure and flexibility. It's what I like. Categorized by live domains. So basically, once we describe all of those, it's create the same domains as we defined before, like home, family, health, work, social, hobbies, and side projects. Nice thing that it puts hobbies and side projects into one category. I use two. I described why I use it. But yeah, it's interesting. So use task organized with multiple views. Notion or ClickUp could work well here. They both allow you to create separate spaces for each category, but still maintain an overview. Example, home, cleaning garage, fixing broken items, dinner, scheduling doctor, health, hobbies. It's not about my hobbies. Okay, set teams for days of or weeks. Rather than jumping between all areas every day, you can assign specific teams to different days or time blocks. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, daily health check. So it's something I also talk you, but I don't assign specific just for a day because it's nice, but it could be overwhelming as well. I say weekly planning when you think maybe you have something to do more, you understand that you need to spend more on household tasks. Maybe we'll assign like Monday and Wednesday for this week. And for next week, you maybe assign no day for that, and so on. Prioritize and time block task. Prioritization is a good thing. It's a required thing. We will come to that because, of course, sometimes it's you want to finish some simple, easy task which is not important and could wait months, years, but over completing more complicated task which is high priority. Time blocking is with specific focus can help you avoid being overwhelmed by switching. Set aside chunk of time for each category based on priority. For example, every Sunday plan the week for major task in each category. Oh, it's something I realized myself as well. Why I don't ask ChatGPT before? Maybe because it's created not so long ago. Gamify the process. So they still provide me that Habitica game-like task tracking where you earn rewards for completing tasks in all areas of your life. You can create custom challenges for household work or hobbies to keep things engaging. Maybe I need to try it, Set done for the day limit. To avoid burnout, establish realistic completion goals. For example, 2 hours task per week, one major family task a day. Yes, it's something you need to do because I tend to assign much more tasks for a day than I could complete. I don't remember a day when I completed all the tasks I assigned for myself. It's not helping. But at the same time, I feel that I can do that. Come on. Would this structure yet flexible for you, or would you like to dive deeper into any part of it? So let's stop here. We see that overall, our approach for creating domains is workable. What is different here, we don't try any gamification yet, but we create subdomains, because in one domain, it's carriage actually. We create subdomains like family. We created all our family members. For hobbies, we could create subdomains each hobby. For projects, we could create for each like subdomain for each project. So yes, and then we will spread our task between all the subdomains. Maybe it will make it better, maybe not, but of course we also need to make prioritization. Maybe we need to work on that next time, just to see how it will work. Also, we could try different programs for that and see what will work. I could try on myself and say, okay, for me something is working, something is not working. And believe me, because I'm a good example. Nothing normally works on me. So if something is working on me, it's a good chance it could work on someone else. So yeah, I will be experimentator. Okay. I think that it was today's stream. I wish you a very good day, even better night. I wish you to be full of energy, so you could give your love, your empathy, and create cozy environment for others. Yes. See you tomorrow at 10 p.m. PST at this channel on our 53rd stream.